sight.
Tower just got dropped.
Epic Levolution and how you can activate it. From all of the maps that I played during the playtest both in London and San Francisco for Battlefield Hardline, I found the Levolution on Everglades and Hollywood Heights to be the most impressive and tactical, which is what I think Levolution should be, a balance between amazing spectacle and gameplay influence. Visceral seem to have put a lot more thought into these events, a lot more strategic than what BF4 offered at least. So, let's start with Everglades. The point you need to aim for on this map is the B flag on Conquest, which is known as the fracking site. If you can't find it, just aim for the location of the 3 massive towers. You can't miss it. Once here, you'll notice that there's a structure of huts and bridges that sit alongside the drills. There is one activation button for each drill. Find the button in one of the huts and then press it. This starts the process, but there's a little more to do after that. Once you've hit that button, there's a little bit of time before anything starts happening, but around 30 seconds to a minute or so after, you'll hear the vibrating sound of the drill in the ground, and you'll also be able to see the ground vibrating around the drill, with little bits of rock breaking away and then collecting on the ground in front of the drill. Once the drill stops moving, it leaves a hole behind, and that starts emitting a green smoke, which is most likely the gas the fracking site is sitting on top of. Now this is the good part. If you know anything about natural gas, it's extremely flammable, so start throwing explosives into that green smoke. I found that the M320 grenade launcher was best because it just does more damage and a bigger explosion overall, but lots of other people managed to get it to work with multiple Molotov cocktails and normal grenades as well. The gas will then set on fire, it will explode, and the drill will come falling over and crashing right across the main dirt track through the centre of the objective. Now the reason I like this Levolution event so much is that last part there. It blocks off one of the main routes through the objective for vehicles. And yes, of course, there isn't just one tower, there are 3. So bring all 3 towers down and you make it damn near impossible for a vehicle to get through the centre of the objective. They have to use one of the outside tracks instead. You've created yourself a very easily defendable objective, and adding to that, it becomes an infantry battleground. The second event, it's time to move over to Hollywood Heights. I just want to take a second here though to thank Lachlan Cotter for providing me with this footage today of Hollywood Heights. As I mentioned in a previous video, I got crushed by this Levolution when I was trying to capture it. I just didn't move quick enough and it eventually killed me. His channel link is in the description. He's a really cool guy and a fellow Brit, and I was at the London event with him and had a really good time. He taught me so much stuff on the PS4 that day, I just didn't know what buttons to push, and he was right there to help me. So yeah, he's helped me out a lot. So if you go over to his channel and hit subscribe, that'd be awesome. This event, I think, is much more simple to activate, but has just the same level of gameplay change that the towers did on Everglades. So to actually activate this thing, you need to work your way down to the pool area, which is located on the lowest level of the mansion in the centre of the map. There are 4 concrete pillars under the large balcony that stretches out from the mansion over the top of the pool. Yep, blow those up and then get out of the way. Most of the pillars need to look like they're much thinner than they were in their original state to be weak enough to collapse, but not all the pillars need to be destroyed. You don't have to get rid of all 4 of them. You only have to sort of blow them up to a point where they look weak enough, and then you should be able to activate it. You will know when you've exploded enough of the pillars though. The game will give you a lot of feedback, both in terms of the ground starting to shake and the sound as if something is going to fall over. That's when you need to get out of the way. And when I mean get out of the way, push yourself right the way to the end of the pool and just don't go anywhere near it, because it falls all the way down and into the pool as well. It doesn't just cover it, it goes into the pool too. So if you're standing there, you are going to get killed. This Levolution event does look really cool when it does come crashing down, and it changes the gameplay. As I said before, you don't have as much close range fighting anymore because you've got access from looking outside of the mansion. Inside, you can see a lot more of what's going on. So those close range battles sort of turn into medium and long range ones, and there's a lot more visibility for people outside shooting in, and there's not as much cover from people inside shooting out. So there you have it. How to activate the Levolution on what I think are the two best maps for it. I'd have loved to have shown you the derailed Levolution as well, but unfortunately I just didn't have enough time to figure out how to get that working during the capture event, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find footage of it on YouTube in the next week or so, because most people will be getting access to the game on March 17th. But thanks very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick pointer, I will be doing a full single player playthrough of Battlefield Hardline. That's the campaign section of the game. I will do that as soon as I can, as the game drops on March 17th for me, and I'll try and put out as much as I can for you. I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in the single player, but don't think I'm going to be neglecting the multiplayer either. I will be bringing you all my normal content at the same time. Don't forget to check out g2a.com/r/Westy for great deals on the latest games, and if you could leave me a rating and a comment, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But until next time, my name is Westy, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.